Induction cooking is well established in other countries, but it's only recently started to gain traction in the United States. But the category grew 30% year over year in 2020, according to the Wall Street Journal. While traditional stoves rely on gas flames or electric coils to heat pans, induction burners and stoves work by generating heat directly in the pans themselves. Under these sleek glass surfaces, induction stoves and portable induction burners contain coils of copper wire. Electricity passes through these coils, which creates a magnetic field that induces, hence the name induction, an electric current in the metal of the pan, which makes the pan hot. Now, to be compatible with an induction burner, a pan must contain ferromagnetic metal, which simply means that a magnet will stick to its bottom. So, should you get into induction? Here's what you need to know. First, an induction cooktop is different from a portable induction burner like these. Burners plug into the wall and they sit on your countertop. They're useful as an extra cooking surface for holidays and parties. Buying a burner is a great way to try out induction cooking before investing in a full-size induction range. But they're less powerful and they're not going to cook as fast as an induction stove. Otherwise, they do share many of the same benefits. They're easy to clean and they're very precise. So let's talk about the pros and cons of induction cooking. Induction stoves heat compatible pans really quickly. When we set 2 quarts of room temperature water to boil in identical saucepans on gas and induction stoves, the water came to a boil on the induction stove in just under 7 minutes. The water in the gas stove took 12 minutes. Now, a major feature of induction is its responsiveness. When you change the temperature setting, that electromagnetic current reacts immediately. That's because the pan is what's heating up and it's directly cooking your food. There's no middleman. We visited Yale Appliances store in Natick, Massachusetts, where corporate chef Saba Wahid showed us how quickly a pan stopped boiling when the heat was turned off, and just as quickly resumed when it was turned back on. It's also fireproof. There's no open flame or exposed coil. You can even put a sheet of parchment or a silicone baking mat right under your pan and cook right through it. This is a great way to make cleanup easier. Induction burners are also safer. Those burners just will not turn on without a pan. And most induction stoves also have lockable controls. Next, induction gives you precision. Rather than dialing to low, medium, or high like on traditional stoves, you usually set a number from 0 to 9. While there can be a bit of a learning curve with numbered settings like that, we like that they're exact and repeatable. Finally, induction is fuel efficient. Compared with gas or electric stoves, induction cooking is more energy efficient because it only heats the pan, not the burner, so less heat is lost to the surrounding air and your kitchen's gonna stay cooler. Now, all that sounds great, but there are some downsides to induction to consider. First, as I said, not all pans work on induction stoves. Your cookware has to contain ferrous metal to work on induction. The best pans to use are cast iron and induction compatible steel. You're going to need to tweak your cooking techniques. Learn to turn the food in the pan without moving it rather than lifting or shaking the pan. If you lift up the pan, it cuts off the power. And you don't want to preheat empty pans on induction. They can warp without some oil or food inside that helps even out the temperature. A warped pan is really going to struggle on induction and you're going to get uneven results. Medical devices might be affected. The magnetic field can disrupt devices like pacemakers or insulin pumps if the wearer stands really close. If you're curious about it, a great way to check it out is with a portable induction burner. Now, in our testing, the Breville Polyscience Control Freak was the best model. It was the most accurate and the most powerful. It helped us make silky smooth caramel sauce, and it seared burgers perfectly. It also let us program our desired temperature to the exact degree for either the pan or the pan's contents. It comes with these temperature probes, and it has a wide 9-inch coil that helps heat spread evenly across a pan. But it costs about $1,600. If you'd like to try a more reasonably priced entry-level burner, we also recommend the Duxtop Portable Induction Cooktop, and it's about $116. Easy to operate, boils water fairly quickly, and does a mostly good job of maintaining accurate temperatures. However, its heating coil is only about 6 inches wide, and that's part of the cost savings, but it's much smaller than the Breville's, so we recommend using it with slightly smaller cookware to match. So, we've covered a ton of detail about induction. We hope this information helps clear up some of the pros and cons of induction cooking.